Hello everybody. Today I can prepare for my slope, distance, midpoint, partitions quiz by practicing. So, first off, you need to know your formulas in order to do all of this. You need to know your distance formula is radical delta x squared plus delta y squared. Slope is delta y over delta x. Midpoint is your average of x, comma average of y, or x1 plus x2 over 2, comma y1 plus y2 over 2. And partitions, it's more than just this formula, but you start with delta x over p and delta y over p. And to help you remember all this, we have a song. So let's go to Schlansky.com, YouTube. Let's go to playlists, and let's Common Core geometry songs, and distance and slope.
Distance equals radical delta x squared, delta y squared. Slope equals delta y over delta x. X minus x1.
So, this song, it just contains distance and slope, obviously.
Distance equals radical delta x squared, delta y squared. Slope equals delta y over delta x.
As moving forward, slope and distance come up a lot more than midpoint, but at least that song gives you those two. Midpoint, again, is also x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2, and then your partitions is a procedure, but you're starting with delta x over p and delta y over p. So, let's do it. For this line segment, let's find distance, slope, and midpoint. So, -1, comma 3, let me make this bigger. 1, comma 7. Distance equals radical delta x squared plus delta y squared. So, delta x, 1, 2. Delta y, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're just counting how much the x is changing and how much the y is changing. 4 plus 16, rad 20. Again, I'm not concerned with reducing the radical here. I'm just concerned about the calculation. Slope. Slope equals delta y over delta x. It's the same delta y and delta x that we use in distance. It's just a different formula with them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. You do want to reduce slope if possible. 4 over 2 is 2. Midpoint. The average of the x values, add the x values and divide by 2. The average of the y values, add them up and divide by 2. So my x values are -1 and 1. So it's -1 plus 1 over 2. My y values are 3 and 7. So it's 3 plus 7 over 2. -1 plus 1 is 0. 3 plus 7 is 10. 0 over 2 is 0. 10 over 2 is 5. And that's it. So, I want you to try number 2 on your own right now. Distance, slope, and midpoint. So please pause. Try number 2 on your own. Distance, slope, and midpoint. And then unpause. Okay, now that you tried number 2 on your own, I will go over it together. We've got 4, 1. We've got 0, 5. Distance equals radical delta x squared plus delta y squared. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 squared plus 4 squared, 16 plus 16, 32. Rad 32. And again, you can leave it like that. You don't have to worry about reducing. Slope equals delta y over delta x. Now, because I'm going down and right, it's going to be negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, over positive 4. For distance, sign doesn't matter. For slope, it does. And if you look at the segment, going from left to right, it's going downhill, so it's going to be a negative slope. You do want to reduce the slope for a, you do want to reduce the fraction for a slope, we get negative 1. Finally, midpoint, x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. My x's are 4 and 0. My y's are 1 and 5. That's 4 over 2. That's 6 over 2. That's 2 comma 3. So there's a couple more examples for you to practice distance, slope, and midpoint. Obviously, you have videos on each of them with full lessons to practice. There's no twists. Once you get it, you get it. So hopefully that will be a question you get correct on your quiz. Number 5, the midpoint of KP is 4, negative 3. So make sure you label this with an M so we know that it's the midpoint. You don't get confused about what's what. The coordinates of K are 6, negative 5. What are the coordinates of P? Well, the midpoint must be in the middle of the line segment, which means that the other endpoint would have to be somewhere over there. Otherwise, M would not be in between the other two. So now that I know approximately where it is, I count from one endpoint to the midpoint, left 2, up 2. So I do that left 2 and up 2 again. That's my other endpoint. That's P. Double check, look at it. Is M in the middle of those two? Yes. P is 2 comma negative 1. Try number 6 on your own right now, so please pause. Try number 6 on your own, and then unpause. Okay, now that you tried number 6 on your own, M is negative 7, 1. Z is negative 5, 5. It's asking for A, so approximately where is the other endpoint going to be? Well, in order for M to stay in the middle, it's got to be somewhere down here. So to get from Z to M, it's left 2, down 1, 2, 3, 4. So left 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's A. It looks correct. M is in the middle. The coordinates of that point are negative 9, negative 3. One more type of question that's going to be on your quiz. Number 7, you want to partition a line segment into a ratio. So we start by plotting P negative 1, 6, S 5 comma 3. My first step is delta x over P and delta y over P. Same delta x and delta y as slope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Negatives don't matter with this. It's only for slope. Now, P is the total number of partitions, so I'm basically adding the pieces of the ratio together. 1 plus 2 is 3. I get 2 and 1. Now, I'm going to count from P to S, going 2 in the x direction and 1 in the y direction. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. It's going from P to S, so P is 0, and this is the first, second, and third partition. Whatever number comes first in the ratio is my answer. The coordinates of that point are 1, comma 5. Try number 8 on your own. So please pause, try number 8 on your own, and then unpause. Okay, now that you tried number 8 on your own, and by the way, a little typo here, that should be JQ. J is 8, 6. Q is -10, -3. Those are far apart. So, delta X over P, delta Y over P. There's a lot of counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. P, 5 to 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. 2 and 1. So now I count 2 in the X direction, 1 in the Y direction. 2 in the X, 1 in the Y, 2 in the X, 1 in the Y. It's JQ, so I'm starting at J. So the numbers are kind of backwards here, and you do have to pay attention to which one you're starting with. And it wants a ratio of 5 to 4. 5 comes first. -2, 1 is the answer. So it's a pretty short quiz. It's just understanding a few things. It's very important that you understand these few things, which is why we're taking time to do this. And this is not in your packet. Like last year, I was a little bit rushed, so I cut this out, but it is really important. So here it is. Again, distance is radical delta x squared plus delta y squared. Slope is delta y over delta x. Midpoint, the average of the x, the average of the y. x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. And partitions, you start with delta x over p and delta y over p, and you count on the graph from there. Practice, 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 and have a great day.